What saltiness? What salt?
All these flavors and you choose to be salty.
Oh! Hi friends, it's Destiny here, also known as SirenVoyager. Today's video is just a quick recap of my first LARP event. You guys have been probably watching, you've been seeing the lead up to the first event, and this is basically just a recap of my experience. This is all on the fly because I just got home from Sydney. This was our first experience with LARP. That was fantastic. I definitely had a great time with people that I had never met before and clashing with people that I had never met before. Definitely got my ass handed to me a couple of times. Definitely handed some back though. I want to actually say a massive thank you to all of the participants of today from Scapia because they were absolutely fantastic. They were so warm and welcoming and kind, particularly in the face of our weird obnoxiousness. We're a bunch of weirdos and we know it. The combat was chaotic. I think that's something that's going to get a little bit better with experience. I definitely want to do a lot more flame. I'm generally a pretty fast and flighty person, and because I'm using a small shield and I was using a short sword, like I wanted to be like in and out. There was just so many times when I just got forced into a shield wall that I definitely shouldn't have been a part of because there wasn't enough shield people to make up the big shields. Gosh, the character development, experimenting with that was fantastic. Reacting to other people was fantastic. I'm certain now, I think, that Audrey is a fairly big extension of myself. But I think that's only because, well, she was for this game because it was just much more comfortable to kind of play that way, I suppose. And the next time I attend a game, I think I want to branch out a little bit more with her development as a character and her presence as a standalone character from myself, from my actual self. I'm definitely going to have to get much more footage the next time, which won't be the next game, the second game, it'll be the third game because I've got selection camp for Team Australia for the Quidditch World Cup. So it's in the same weekend, unfortunately, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? Living my dreams, I suppose. What did I learn? Travel in numbers. Just travel in numbers. Don't go anywhere alone. Protect your healers, but it's harder to do when they run off. I'm actually really good with a buckler. I didn't know. Deflecting arrows with your shield is really satisfying. The perfect thunk they make with your shield is... I was using a short sword, and I used the short sword because of the height I am. So I'm about 5'6", I think. The short sword that I was using though, I felt was just a tiny bit too short, but it was like, you know, good for what I was using it for. I think I'm gonna have to go for something that's still in the short sword range, but a little bit longer. A medium sword? Is that a thing? Look, I'll look it up. I'm sure I'll look it up. Don't make deals with mercenaries. Don't do it. Stop trusting people, Audrey. Stop trusting like you were part of the Thieves Guild that set people free. I got captured and sold off at one point back to my own camp. Audrey was not happy about that. I tell you what, she was fuming. She didn't say anything, but she was fuming. Anything I did unexpected today, I feel like no one expected me to when I was faced with a couple of warriors. They were all converging on me, and I took a couple of those steps back and then just turned on my heel and then sprinted, like piss bolted back to my camp. I don't think anyone expected me to run so fast. I mean, you know, people could say that I was a bit of a coward, but like, I didn't feel any shame in running. It was definitely a 4-on-1 situation, and I lived to fight another day. What did I wish that I did more of? I wish I had more opportunity to like have moments, one-on-one moments with other characters. I think it was much more prominent in the first half of the game, and I don't think it was any fault of the structure of the game. I think there was definitely a lot of instances where I could have found out more about characters, but it was more learning the curves of the character from how they were reacting to situations and then reacting to their reaction, or reacting to a thing and then have other people like interact. And I mean, I guess that's like character development in itself. Like, I really wanted moments, but I think you're probably going to get more of an abundance of those moments when you're on, like, I don't know, like a camp. That's the like, if the setup was anything like in the future, if it was anything like today, then I think that's where you would get the most amount of character, that interaction and exploration. You know, the people that you find alongside with, like, you're all just like part of the one camp, but you fight alongside with this person. The great thing about like latching onto Andariel, aka Andy, how we had written our stories together and our previous affiliation with each other before the game started. When we stuck together, it was definitely, we were fighting to protect each other and stuff like that. Like, I felt like that was an indirect way of exploring that. The politics. There was so much of it. On an Audrey level, it was really, really frustrating because you didn't know who was your friend or who wasn't. I think it was just because I was just so ready to trust people in neutral camp. Obviously that was a rookie mistake. Just kept on double-crossing us. Not that I hold any salty beef with anyone, but I'm thinking about making modifications to my outfit. As it was, I think it worked pretty well. My shoes were like canvas flats, which were fine in and of itself, but there were a couple of times when I did slip and I knew that I could probably run faster and my turning be much sharper. To be frank, if I was wearing cleats, which I'm used to wearing and running on grass. That's just a fact. I died a lot less than I kind of expected to, because I didn't know what to expect, so I kind of felt like I might be out of my depth. I mean, isn't my first LARP rodeo? I didn't die a whole lot. When I did, it was mostly because, help me, I need help, I'm getting attacked because I ran off in this other direction by myself, or with another person who's as defenseless as me. I felt compelled to automatically go and save them, but it was pretty dumb of me to like go by myself. People that I had just met putting their faith in me because they were like, yeah, she was true to her word like that one time, and like trusted her ever since. And then I was like, we cool. That was fantastic. It was great. Like, people who were just like so dedicated to their character. Like, I felt much more immersed. There was rarely times that I felt like I wasn't. You know what? That's something that I would have done. I did not use my pickpocket card today. Didn't use it. Should have. I got looted today. Someone took 1 coin from me. as soon as that happened, I was like, I'm gonna bank the rest of my coins because I'm not getting robbed again. I'm just not doing that. That's humiliating. A thief getting robbed? So here's my pickpocket card. So congratulations, you've been robbed by Audrey Lohan. So as you can see here, that's that's my character's name. Have a lovely day. Because thieves are still polite. As soon as Chris was like, oh, who's a thief rogue here and needs to get a pickpocket card, I was like, yeah, that's me. And then looked around and no one else put their hand up. So they were like, if we get pickpocketed, we know who did it. I mean, you all know who did it anyways, but I'm the only thief you're gonna have beef with. And I feel like that might be a potential that might make me target in future. You don't make friends by stealing from them. Anyways, I hope that this was an alright video. I'm not even going to say a good video because I just didn't get enough footage today, but I'm glad that I got people's sort of like kind of tired reactions at the end of the day. But for now, I'll leave you with this. If you're looking to make a bunch of fantastic weirdo friends who are adventurous, who are ridiculous, creative, mischievous, tenacious, oh my god, play LARP and throw yourself into it, like throw yourself into it so shamelessly. You will be immensely rewarded for it. So, I'm gonna go have my shower now, because I'm still gross. And for the 5 people that watch this, including Liam, until the next poorly edited video.
I think I'm Sunday.
You always reapply. You're such a rookie. What about you?
So I ran up, got done up. People run up, they got done up.
I think the theme for today is definitely running up and
Getting done up.
Definitely. We got our asses kicked a lot. Like a lot. I got taken as a prisoner at one point and then bought again. Like that was disappointing.
Never, ever talk to mercenaries ever. Just don't talk to them.
Don't do it. Hi, friend.
What's up, man? You guys on YouTube? Oh, this is for YouTube. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm an actor in New Zealand. I'm not actually on YouTube.
Well, sorry, I didn't realise you're in such royalty.
You're the guy from Play School, right?
No. How did you feel about your first event for this?
It ran about as well as I expected. There were some things to be ironed out. That's the whole purpose of running a test game like this. And we finally had enough people to not only have some decent role-playing taking place back and forth, but we had allegiances that were broken, we had backstabbing, we had little side quests that people were prompted into. Yeah, I mean, we could have done better, but the fact is we will now do better for the next one.
So how did you feel about everyone's characters and like, particularly like the first of us that were like noobs to the game?
Honestly, the fact is everybody got along really well. You sometimes get laughing events where people get a little bit, they clash and get a bit antsy, especially over rules and things. No one struggled with anything. There were no major stop and explain things situations, which is always the main, I guess, killer of the vibe.
And flow, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to break the flow, and we didn't, as far as I'm concerned. Everyone maintained their loot, everyone got some decent fight. Some people have some fantastic characters, and even with the little bit of time that I got to spend with them, I just kind of stepped into these fantastic little scenes taking place where people were, repenting to their gods, and other people were being swayed to the power of darkness, and other people were blatantly coming up with ways to make off with everyone else's cash without anyone noticing.
Yeah.
So if you can see that in a game that is mostly about whacking people with bone bats, then you know that you've pushed things in the right direction.